This is Candon Dale. He was just sentenced for abusing a girl for 5 years. And while he's only being charged for what happened after the age of 18, he actually abused the girl so for her, it was ages 7 to 12, for him, 14 to 19. Sickeningly, he originally was being charged in two counties, both for one count of felony lewd conduct with a child, but was offered a plea deal where if he pled guilty, they would drop the charges from one of the counties. They would recommend probation, and he would not have to register as an offender. I don't even know why that's an option. If you do an act such as this, you should have to register. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't even think he deserved a plea deal. The judge, Stephen Boyce, did sentence him to 5 to 10 years in prison, but then suspended the sentence and gave him 8 years of probation instead. So it'll start by him doing 180 days in a local jail, then followed by the 8 year probation and 200 hours of community service. And the victim was so brave. Her and three of her family members did come out and they made statements during the trial. She made a very powerful statement where, she even addressed Candid directly and is like taking back her power. But just hearing the the incredibly sad things that she went through, and that the family, like looking back, because hindsight's always 2020. So looking back and seeing all the flags that they did not know at the time were red, seeing the signs that they can recognize now is extremely gutting. Tell you what, it makes me absolutely sick. For one, 7 to 12, she's just a baby, and those are such formative years. And she talked about, like what she's been through in the recovery. Just like hearing her thoughts and about how she thought about herself during that time, a little kid where that should not, like, you shouldn't have to be worrying about that kind of stuff, it was just super heartbreaking. And then heartbreaking that he got such a lenient sentence, and part of it was, the judge considering the fact that he had no other priors. And I know that there has to be lawyers for both sides, right? There has to be defenders, but the fact that his defender tried to say that he deserved an even lesser sentence because 98% of what happened while Landon was a juvenile is actually sickening. I honestly don't know how people can do that job, or how you go home after that and be like, "Yeah, I did a good job today." But the most outrageous part of this is that he does not have to register as an offender. He pled guilty. He even read a statement apologizing to the victim, her family, whatever. But he doesn't have to register. And that is the saddest part of this whole thing. Don't think that could have ever been an option, and the fact that he doesn't have to register, I hope that we never stop talking about this, and I hope that his name is never forgotten, and that anybody who tries to get involved with him, around him, whatever, Googles him, and that this is the first thing that comes up forever, because the victim didn't deserve that. No one deserves that, but a baby, a little kid, doesn't deserve that.